Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Celise and thank you for joining my spooky little family. It's Pride Month still, so you know we are going to be talking about all LGBTQ plus horror here on this channel. Written, directed, or starring queer people as well as queer or queer-coded characters. And in case you didn't know, it's still Bi Girl Summer. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Babadook. Let's get into the video. Written and directed by Jennifer Kent, starring Essie Davis and Noah Wiseman, The Babadook follows a single mother and her child who fall into a deep well of paranoia when an eerie children's book titled Mr. Babadook manifests in their home. I know many of you might be sitting here like, Celise, why is The Babadook a part of Pride Month? This film is not written or directed by a queer person, nor does it have any queer characters. Yes, I am well aware. But did y'all forget about the time when the Babadook became a gay icon? Let me take you all the way back to the year of 2017. The film actually became a meme and symbol for the LGBTQ plus community after Netflix accidentally put it under the LGBTQ plus section. This started like a spiral all over Tumblr and Twitter, where we had this absolutely iconic Tumblr post that went viral from user Taco Bell Ray, stating, "So proud that Netflix recognizes the Babadook as gay representation." And then after this, we had a whole bop called Babadook from YouTuber Pissy Miles. And there were other incredible jokes all over the internet during this time, including pictures of Babadook with his little gay flag. Jennifer Kent also actually responded to this in 2019, giving it her blessing and saying that it was super charming. Now that I've explained all of that, we are getting right into The Babadook. The Babadook is not your regular horror film about a monster under your bed or a monster in your closet. The Babadook manifests itself in the real-life fears and trauma that we all bury deep down in the basement. We see this happening to Amelia as the story progresses. The film establishes her trauma very early on with the opening sequence of the car crash in which her husband Oscar died. This whole sequence is gorgeous, by the way. This tragedy is so hard for Amelia to face that she doesn't even acknowledge or deal with her emotions about the event. Instead, she buries it deeper inside. It is later revealed that the car crash occurred on the way to the hospital to deliver her son Samuel, leading her to resenting him for Oscar's death. She even goes as far as saying she wishes it was Samuel that died and not Oscar. The Babadook is then introduced shortly after this when Samuel picks a book off the shelf titled Mr. Babadook for Amelia to read to him before bed. Samuel, being so afraid of this monster, he begins to see the Babadook all around him and he starts planning how he's going to protect his mom from the Babadook. After this, Amelia stores the book away, much like she does with her emotions, but this only makes the Babadook stronger and more persistent. The Babadook represents not only her trauma, but also her inability to reconcile many of her feelings surrounding her grief. A great example of this is when Amelia has to go down in the basement, which is where she's locked away anything related to Oscar, and finds a photograph of them. And the moment she sees it, she quickly covers it and puts it away as she can't even handle looking at it. This culminates with her becoming possessed by the Babadook, and it's not until her son helps her face herself that she literally vomits out the Babadook and contains him, now keeping him as this creepy pet in the basement, which she regularly visits. I personally never have had to feed my trauma a bucket of worms, but everyone has their own process, I guess. The way that Amelia accepts her grief is raw and real. She'll never be the same, and that's okay. Something that I really loved is the look of the film, both tonally and in the set design. The themes are shown so well visually. Amelia's depression and blandness is reflected in her home, which is very dark and barren through most of the film. The prominent colors used in the film, such as the blues and grays, give it a very cold feel, which definitely brings us deeper into Amelia's psyche. And honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Normally, I talk about the scene that did it for me, but let me be real with you guys. The whole film did it for me. From the very beginning of this film, it is very clever and creative in its storytelling. The Babadook's design itself is terrifying, along with its haunting voice. Jennifer Kent's style is not one to be messed with. It is horror films like this that really stick with you and make you feel things you didn't know you felt, and even make you question, what is the Babadook in your life? This is actually my third watch of this film, and I think it's just because of where I'm at right now in my life and all the things that I have gone through. But during this watch, this film definitely made me cry. It just hit harder than ever before. I mean, this film made me cry like a baby. In that moment towards the end, Amelia faces it all and says,
"You are nothing."
Essie Davis's line delivery and performance is absolutely fabulous. It is so fabulous that I felt as if I myself was facing my own monster as well. Everything. Y'all want to tell me where my girl's Oscar was that year? Oh, that's right. The Academy refuses to acknowledge or honor horror films. This film and the whole cast and crew deserve to be celebrated. And with that, I am going to be giving The Babadook 5 levs out of 5. If I'm being honest with you guys, this film has made such a great impact on me that it is now a part of my top 5 favorite horror films of all time. If you would like to watch The Babadook, it is available to rent right now on Amazon for $3.99 here in the US. Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps me a lot. And be sure to click that little notification bell to be up to date every single time I upload. And let me know in the comments, have you seen The Babadook? Did you enjoy it? Was it not really for you? What's a film that significantly impacted you this year? I love to talk about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.